Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. We have some big news, pun definitely intended. We can now hatch alphas. And on top of that, they brought the alphas that are caught and the alphas that you had prior and the alphas that could be hatched back up to a 1.2 HP gain in comparison to what they were. Early game alphas had the exact same health that they were caught at, which was really nice because at that point alphas actually had like a standpoint to be in your lineup as bullet sponges essentially, or tanks, to be able to take a lot more damage than usual. They did drop that down to where alphas were on the same playing field even after being caught, but they were dead even in health with your bred ones. Actually, to be honest, your bred ones usually would get up to even higher standards, but now they've brought it back up, not to the original, but still very, very good. And I did go through and look at my older ones that I had caught versus the bred ones versus the one that I just caught recently today since the update had happened, just to kind of see comparison to health if something was different with them. As far as the one that's bred, we are at 5,121 with this one, level 50. No stars, no souls. But with the alpha that I had, who is also at an 83, both of their IVs are at 83 for their health specifically. This one is at 5,995. So there is about like an 800 to 900 point discrepancy between the alphas and the normal ones. This also includes luckies as well, according to the patch notes. And this also incorporates with ones that are bred. This one here is only at an 8 with its IV health, and it's at 2,692. This one, however, same level, no souls, no stars, is at an 84 with its health and is at 2,708. So there's not that much of a difference in health between them as far as the actual health goes, but there's a huge difference with their IVs. So if that tells you anything, even the ones that are bred are set up to that way as well, which is big news, quite literally. Look at him. He's a big old horsey. Big old fire horsey. There were also a couple of other fixes and stuff in this patch notes. The Xbox version dropped at about 1 a.m. this morning, my time. So it was pretty quick in comparison to when the 1.4 Steam came out. So they're getting a lot closer together, which is good. But yeah, I wanted to touch base on that before we got into today's video. So now grinders can rejoice. Now we have something quite big to go after with your 100 perfect IVs alpha with your perfect passives. So that would be the ultimate thing to go for now. So good luck to you guys who are doing that. I am going to try to do it on a couple of mine. Don't know which ones I'm going to do it on specifically. Shadowbeak is definitely one that comes to mind. Probably Pyrin Noct, probably Frostallion, Blazemuts, Jormuntide Ignis, just a couple of different things. Who knows? I might try to go for alphas on everything, but definitely not everything. But definitely some key essential ones that I personally like and stuff that I am going to go for and make into Alpha Beast. But yes, that is very, very cool news. I thoroughly enjoy this update. Something in between that we get to look forward to as far as a little change up and something else now that we have to go for. Now on to today's video. We are talking about Pyrin and Pyron Noct. Specifically, when it reads, can be ridden, applies fire damage to the player's attacks while mounted. So this does, as far as partner skill goes, the exact same thing as Ragnarok. And with the Pyrin Noct, can be ridden, applies dark damage to the player's attacks while mounted. So this does the same thing as Hell Zephyr would be doing. Now we have discussed this before, and I will mention this as well again anytime that we bring up any of the applied damage pals. When it comes to Frostallion, Noct and Frostallion, as it being part of their partner skill, it does enhance the damage that you do off the back of it when your attack type is changed to ice or dark, depending on which one you're riding. But this does have an enhancement to damage. So as far as a better option, Frostallion Noct. As far as fire goes, probably better off with Ragnarok, but these guys are still really cool. I personally like the aesthetics of the Pyrin Noct, and I like how quick they are. Now, technically, Ragnarok is faster, but acceleration is something that is not factored into a lot of the deep diving into the data mining teams are doing. If they wanted to do that, or if that's something that has come up and changed, then by all means, let me know in the comments. But I feel like Pyrin is a bit quicker than Ragnarok. Now, that's not to say that it's faster, because overall takeoff speed is what we're looking at instead of overall top speed. So when it comes to Pyron, with just the stars into it, the Pyrin Noct, our IVs are 77, 89, and 95 with the health, damage, and defense. We're sitting at 4,592 for the health, 991 for the attack power, and 810 for the defense. So we're gonna go ahead and put some souls into these guys, which our Pyron, our other Pyron is right there. It is only 80, 31, and 83 as far as health, attack, and defense. So after we've put souls into the Pyrin Noct, we are sitting at 5,969 health, 1,288 attack, and 1,052 defense. Not too bad. Pretty good numbers. We will test these guys on some of the bigger pals. So we have in fact triple gobfinned ourselves. We have our Forrest Gump as our flyer and the Pyron as our damage modifier. We do have Rush War hot dogs and burgers for myself to increase the player damage, which with that burger we are sitting at 438 attack, and we are going to be giving our Pyron the Rush War hot dog, which brings up his defense to 1,263. Also for this one we are running Musclehead, Vanguard, Legend, and Burly Body. For the other one I think I have Stronghold Strategist on there, but something else I can't remember. We'll look at that when we get over there. But today we are just using the assault rifle because I do want to show how well that the Pyron can actually dodge this stuff. Pyron and Pyron Noct I also believe to be really good dungeon pals just because of their small stature and them to be able to go up. They don't have that much of a hop up, but they still get through a lot of the stuff pretty easily. Shadowbeak of course is a little bit better because he can fly up, especially in the level 40 plus dungeons or level 45 plus dungeons. I can't remember what they are. Regardless, still a good pal to run through. And there you have it. Barely lost any health on the Pyrin Noct. At least the health that we did lose came back pretty quickly. So good advantage there. All right, so here we have Paldius and Necromus. We're going to see what we can pull out here. Their IVs are at the top. You were wondering what they were. I decided to keep the glasses on because some people were requesting for the actual IVs of the pals that I was going against. I'm not entirely sure if that plays a part in the damage that they do to you. It could not. I have not fully tested this to give it a yay or nay on whether it is or not. But yeah, there you go. Paldius got stuck behind the tree over there. And Paldius goes down. And there you have it. Lost about 1,000 health, but was able to dodge the vast majority of that stuff just because of the quickness, being able to redirect and redirectional is one thing that I've always liked about the Pyron. And this one is just got legend on it. So it is a 15% increase to movement speed. But we do have one that we lined up that unfortunately we didn't get done in time that does have Swift and Runner on it in combination. And we will check that out. Not really in combat too much, but we will check that out as far as showing you the difference in speed there. So this is the speed version of the Pyron. As you can see, just at the trot, it's going about as fast as the Pyron was at full gallop on the other one. But we do have a lot of speed out of this one. And like I was saying with Ragnarok, this one even has Runner on it. Its overall top speed shows that it is faster, but its overall like ability to kind of dodge back and forth and stuff seems to be lacking a little bit, especially when like you have to go airborne and stuff. Like trying to redirect and reposition is a little bit slower. On the ground, you got a little bit more maneuverability, but in the air, like it's still kind of slow to turn back around and be able to, you know, be able to dodge as quick as you would want it to. In the air, you're definitely not doing that. It's just really hard to redirect the actual speed or redirect the actual direction that you're going without losing a lot with that. So we will show off the other Pyron as well. As of right now, it is at 4,620 health with 703 attack power and 791 defense. This one is running Legend, Vanguard, Stronghold Strategist, and Burly Body. So we opted out Musclehead on this one for Stronghold Strategist, just to give us ourselves a bit more defense. Like I've said before, with a lot of the applied damage pals, it's really up to you the way that you want to run them specifically. I've seen a lot of people do just speed on them with Vanguard and Legend. I've seen them do a mix between Burly Body and Swift. I've seen also where people like I've done, where you put Burly Body and Musclehead to get a bit more damage out of it. That way you can kind of go back and forth with you doing damage, them doing damage, so on and so forth. So now we're sitting at 6,006 health with 913 attack power and 1,027 defense. We will feed ourselves another burger and we'll do a rush or hot dog for the Pyron. We are also, since the Pyron does do fire, we are also going to take and run a seed mine with this Pyron, which apparently he already learned because I had him doing that earlier. I also do like their exclusive move. It's a way, if necessary, that you can get away from attackers, but also be able to leave, you know, trail of fire behind them, so whatever they run into, they do take damage from that. All right, so we got Frostallion here. We're gonna hit her with a seed mine first. And you can just see the damage difference there. There you go. Again, not too much health lost. Didn't really prioritize running around and dodging the stuff on that one, but we lost about 500 health probably. Not too shabby. In conclusion, ooh, we got a large hit. Hold on, wait a minute. We got ourselves another alpha here. Take a peek, see what we got here. Oh, it doesn't have the stuff on it. So yes, in conclusion, is Pyron and Pyron Noct worth it? I'd say yes. It is one of the faster grounded pals. In other words, it can't fly. I personally like it for dungeons. It's not a bad one to use. There are better options, Shadowbeak and stuff, but early game, not too bad. And like I said, with their ability to switch up direction fairly quickly to dodge most of the attacks that you are going with or being attacked by, can't really go wrong with it. It's pretty good. I like it. Personally, one of my favorites, especially the Pyrin Noct. I'd say at the end of the day, when it comes to Pyrin Noct specifically, there are definitely better options when you have Frostallion Noct available, where she does give you a buff to your actual damage. And there can be an argument made for Pyrin versus Ragnarok. Like I said, at that point, Ragnarok is technically faster, but I feel like the Pyrin is much quicker at being able to dodge and move around a little bit better, especially if you start stacking some speed behind them. You're going to get a lot of quickness out of it. But you can do the same with Ragnarok as well. Your directional in the air is just going to be slower to change directions, and you're probably going to be taking more damage. So yeah, in my opinion, they're worth it. Some people's opinion, maybe not, but I like them. They're fun. So yeah, if you guys enjoy my content, drop a sub. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like and write down in the comments below your overall opinion on the Pyrin and Pyron Noct. Other than that, we'll see you guys on the next one. Keep your willy washed. Peace out.